Ellarigu namaskara. Welcome back to my channel. I know I missed an upload last week. Between Deepavali and traveling, I literally had zero time to myself. I couldn't even find the time to pre-film. I apologize, but moving forward, I have videos and everything, like ideas ready. I'm gonna keep pumping more and more. I'll try to upload one video on Friday specifically every single week. I think that's the routine that I've had so far. You might be wondering, oh my god, this girl has no makeup on. What is going on? Her face looked different in the previous videos. Today's video is actually going to be my in-depth AM and PM skincare routine, and that is why, because it's a skincare video, I wanted to come with no makeup on, because you guys always see me with a full face of makeup, which I absolutely love, but I also think it's important to show my real skin and set a reality of what my skin actually looks like. So that's why I will try to make skincare focused videos with no makeup on, just because I think it's healthy to talk about skincare with my bare skin breathing. So without any further ado, if you want to know my AM and PM skincare routine, please keep on watching. A little background on my skin. I have very dry to super dry skin, and now coming to the west coast in California, because there's lack of humidity, my skin is like paper and I need all the moisturization. That is my skin type. Second, what issues do I have? I unfortunately was diagnosed with hormonal acne last year, but I've had it for like 2 years. I just didn't know it was hormonal acne. I thought I was just breaking out. Some skincare product was breaking me out. I went to the dermat and she told me that I have hormonal acne. So since September of 2024, I have been using Cab Trio, which is benzyl peroxide, clindamycin, and retinol mixed together. It's a topical prescription ointment that really helped my skin a lot. Clearly, I have a lot of red spots, and I recently had a flare up here. That Capture really helped, but it was so painful on my skin. It was very itchy, peely, burny, but I did see results. I was recommended to put myself on spironolactone, and that has significantly helped with my hormonal acne. Now, anything and everything I say is medical advice given to me by medical professional. What I'm about to say, whether it's my skincare routine or the concerns with my skin that I have, is not medical opinion. It's just what worked for me. I'm sharing my experience. I also have been getting laser hair removal. If you're wondering how, my skin looks a lot clearer than it did in my earlier videos before I started re-uploading 2025. That's because I got laser hair removal. There is no 5 p.m. shadow. I have nothing on my face. I have finished 15 sessions of laser hair removal on my face, and I still have more to go. I'm getting laser all over my body, so I can talk about my laser hair removal experience in a different video. But the only reason I'm bringing it up is because it is definitely harsh on my skin. The day before laser and the day after laser is just going to be moisturizer and sunscreen and a very gentle face wash, nothing else. So my skincare does change a little bit, but I still use the same products that I'm going to show you in the video. Second, another reason why I think my skin looks clear, even though I have hormonal acne, I attribute to the fact that I don't have hair. Is this me advising you to go get hair removal? No, but if it's something that you've always wanted to do, it's a choice you want to make, I am all for it. I'm fully pro for it, because I have not had to think about my body hair except my eyebrows and my hair in a year, and it has been life changing. I thought I would come to this place in my life where I would not have to think about body hair, facial hair, upper lips, all of that. I think removing all that peach fuzz from my face significantly has helped my face look clearer. Do I think these products are the ones that have made my skin that way? No, but they have definitely helped the health of my skin barrier, etc. I mentioned, because I have dry skin, I cannot just throw on a sunscreen or a moisturizer and a sunscreen and go out the door. I try to do a little something every morning. Always start off by using the Medicube Red Succinct Acid Peeling Pad. When I wake up in the morning and use this, there's still some remains on my face. I don't know how. My white towel comes out empty with nothing on it, but when I use this, I think all the dead skin is coming off. I really like this, but I wouldn't use this 3 days prior and 1 week after laser hair removal, because this is a peeling pad, so I'm not going to use it, but it's gentle enough for my skin to use on an everyday basis. So I do really like this. For the longest time, was not a toner pad person. I thought it was waste. I tried the Mediheal ones. They were not my favorite, so I kind of dismissed toner pads altogether. But then I slowly started getting into ones that caught my eye, and I'm now really into this. The only thing I don't like about these toner pads, not just this specific brand, any of these in general, is the fact that either there are no refills or the refills are not easily available. And I hate throwing away so much plastic, so much waste every single time I need to buy this. So if there's an alternative where I can just buy refills of the stuff that is inside, that would be amazing. I do really like the Medicube toner pads, and I've been using this for about 3 to 4 months. And so far, I do see that my skin is significantly glowier. I also forgot to mention pretty much everything in my skincare routine is either Korean or Indian. I almost don't use any American skincare or Western skincare whatsoever. I don't think it's for me. My skin has never looked this glowy and this since I switched over to Korean skincare, and actually Indian skincare, to be very honest, has changed the game for my skin. So most of the products here are going to be in that realm. I have been working on a toner video, like I mentioned. So because of that, I've been using some toners back and forth, but all the ones that I've been showing were the ones that were in my routine for the longest time. I know that they have been part of my routine, and I've only stopped using them because I'm switching over to test other products. Once I'm done with the toner pads, I go in with this baby. This is the Beekman Milkshake Toner with Hyaluronic Acid, Squalane, Facial Mist Toner. It looks like this, and you just shake it up and then spritz it all over your face. This literally gives me reflector skin. This gives me disco ball skin, and it also hydrates my face. I tried a mini of this and I loved it so much that I picked up a full size. The reason I put this on as my first step as soon as I'm done with toner pads is it instantly refreshes my face. The mist is very fine and it dries super quickly, doesn't leave like an oily, filmy residue. It's just a great first hydration step on my skin. If there's one thing that I love from Korean skincare, it's the fact that they got me onto toners. I used to just think toners are waste. Also, back in the day, we didn't have really good toners, but now there's a toner for every single skin concern. And obviously, I have two Korean toners. I always do my skincare with toners. I can never do it without toners. I can instantly feel that my skin is not hydrated enough. It's lacking luster on the days that I don't use any form of toner. Two of my favorite ones, and I have used this up to bits. I have my full thoughts on this, which I'll reserve for my toner video. The first toner that I always go in with is the I'm from Mugwort Essence. There's like a few uses left in this bottle. It's very thin, it's very calming, it's very hydrating. It's a great toner overall. It would be great if you have sensitive skin, if you have oily skin, dry skin, normal skin. It does not matter your skin type. This is a great first step toner. If you like the Anuva Heart Leaf toner, this is very similar to it. I would say it's in the same family. Calming, hydrating, soothing toner. Ever since I got onto the road glazing milk hype, I have not been able to do my skincare routine without using a milky toner. I unfortunately ran out of my road glazing milk, which I love, but the price has gotten too expensive. And I like that I tried it once, but I don't have the itch to try again. So now I'm on the quest to get more and more hydrating milky toners. One such that I found along the way that I am so impressed with, and I've recommended this to so many of my friends and they love it as well. This is the Haru Wonder Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. This, in my opinion, has to be the closest product to road glazing milk in my book. The way it feels, the texture, finish, everything feels exactly like the road glazing milk. I would say it's a 90% dupe. This has also been a great step in my makeup routine as a prep step, just like the glazing milk. So I'm very impressed. I think this is one of those milky toners that I will forever have in my collection until I find something that is better than this or that is the exact dupe of the road glazing milk. I always like to wait in between steps. I put the two toners and then wait a few minutes, then the next step and the next step. I also have a handheld fan because that just speeds up the process. I have been using vitamin C for the longest time and I honestly just got bored of it. I don't know if I see any difference with vitamin C, but I know you need to be using your vitamin C serum. So I was just like, I'm bored. I need a change. So I was looking into what other serums that I can use in the morning that would still help with pigmentation, acne scars, etc. And the one that was highly recommended was a TXA serum. And the one that I've been using is the Medicube TXA+Niacinamide serum. 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago, I had this giant fat hormonal acne flare up. It looked much red than what it is today. And ever since I came back from the vacation, which is where I had the flare up, I've been using this pretty regularly, sometimes even in the night times. And I think it is starting to fade, but I don't know if it's also a placebo in my head that the flare up is actually going away. So I can't tell. But overall, it's a really nice, gentle serum on your skin. But I will keep you posted if this does or doesn't do anything in a future video. That's all I do for my base: toner, serum, and now moisturizer. Depending on how lazy or not I am, I skip moisturizer, but more often than not, I don't. The moisturizer that I currently have is the TIRTIR Ceramic Cream Refreshing Moisturizer. This is good. This is soothing, it's hydrating, it's also expensive. Is this my absolute favorite one? No. The Road Barrier Butter was my absolute favorite, but this is also super thick, which I thought would be like the Road Barrier Butter, but it is not. It is far from it. It's much lighter, even though it feels thick. So overall, this is a moisturizer that does the job. I have no complaints about it. The most important thing in my AM routine that do not skip, and I am the sunscreen police in my house. I'm the sunscreen police in my friend group everywhere. I'm the one that's always carrying an extra sunscreen spray to throw on everybody's face. I'm that person in the friend group and I'm that person in the household. Of course, I have to talk about sunscreens. I have two here that I'm currently using. I also love Korean sunscreen. Like everybody on the internet, to nobody's surprise, Korean skincares are the absolute benchmark for great sunscreens. Who's not left behind? Indian sunscreens. I know there was this whole scam about sunscreen testing, blah, blah. Just do your research before you buy sunscreens, honestly, from Indian brands especially. But there are certain ones that I think are popular for a good reason, and they're also tested. They have the right filters. They're great, and they're also so affordable. I have two with me here, and believe it or not, both are Indian sunscreens. The first one was super popular. This is the Wishcare Niacinamide Oil Balance Fluid Sunscreen. It's one of those watery sunscreens that just runs down your face if you don't blend it quickly. I absolutely love this, but I can only wear this in the summer months, or if I know I'm going for a run or a badminton or a heavy HIIT type of class. Those are the only situations in winter that I can wear this, because this is for oil balance, is more for oily skin. I cannot use this even if I've moisturized my face. I love this in the summer. I really like this. This is a great sunscreen. Even though it is matte finish, I still love it. It is not matte to a point where it's drying, but this is also not hydrating enough for you to use this as a base underneath your makeup. So you need to put this on and then put additional hydrating moisturizing products for any of your makeup to last. But overall, just as a sunscreen and for everyday use, I can see why this went viral. For a place like India, where it is hot and tropical and humid for a larger part of the year, this sunscreen is your best friend, because this is so lightweight and it feels like nothing on the skin. You don't even need a mirror to blend this out. And did I forget to mention, this leaves zero white cast. Another sunscreen that has been in my rotation that absolutely impressed me, and this is the only product I've tried from this brand and I really want to try more. This is the Quench Ultra Lightweight SPF Sunscreen, and this feels like a lotion on your face. It's hydrating. If you go overboard, you will feel the heaviness, you will feel the stickiness. But for someone like me who has dry skin, this gets absorbed into my skin instantly. And it looks white. You'll feel like, oh my god, this is going to leave like a chalky, ghost-like white cast. It does not. You can blend this with your eyes closed, with no mirror, and it will stay and it will blend into your skin so easily, which is one of the things I absolutely love. These two are my sunscreens that I also take while I'm traveling, because I know these are foolproof. One other sunscreen that I use pretty regularly is the Dot & Key Tinted Sunscreen on the days where I just want some coverage. On the days like this where I have some acne scar and I'm like feeling a little insecure and I want to cover it up, I use the Dot & Key Sunscreen. Does it have great coverage? No, but it just has enough tint that it still shows my scars, but it camouflages it enough. So it's not like I have shellac on my face. Still looks like my face, but better. And spoken about it enough, I absolutely love the Dot & Key sunscreen. I just wish they expanded their shade range. Besides that, I have zero complaints. With my PM routine, I am very specific. There are days when I'm lazy and I skip over everything in my AM and just put on sunscreen. I'm good with that. But when it comes to PM routine, I am very rigid because I know if I miss a day, I'm gonna wake up the next morning with a breakout, and that's the last thing I want because it's easier to get a breakout, but it's so much harder to get rid of the breakout and to get rid of the scar that it's left behind mentally and physically. So I do not want to be in a situation like that. Even if I come home at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. with a full face of makeup, this is the routine that I do. Obviously, whether you have just sunscreen on your face or you have a full face of makeup, double cleansing will be your best friend. I am so happy I stumbled upon this because my face feels so clean and hydrated. I also have like PM routine, and even though I have dry skin, when I wake up in the morning after doing my PM routine, my skin doesn't feel like this. I don't feel like itching and dragging my skin, which used to happen before I discovered double cleansing. My oil cleanser of choice is the Manio Pure Cleansing Oil. This is the deep clean version. You can use a micellar water. There are days when I do use micellar water if I just have sunscreen on my face. You can use a cleansing balm. Whatever it is, one of these cleansing thingies that'll get off everything off of your face is very important. I have used so much of this. This stuff is really great. If you want to get rid of anything stubborn on your face, even waterproof mascara, this gets off very easily. It doesn't sting my eye. It's very lightweight and it emulsifies great. It just removes my makeup. It strips every ounce of makeup on my face. I always follow a cleansing oil with an actual cleanser, and the one that I've been using recently is the Centella Ampule Foam. You would have seen this all over your social media. I freaking love this. I absolutely love this. This is a thick cream kind of texture. You need very little and it slathers well. And when I wash my face with this, I feel like I put my face into a washing machine and it came out clean. That's how good this is. It cleans everything out of my face. And I have never had any residue left over when I use this duo. This is like my super power duo, the Manio Cleansing Oil with the Centella Ampule Foam. The Ampule Foam is also great if you have sensitive skin, if you think you'll break out easily. It's not that heavy. I also use it for after and during my laser hair removal days, and it doesn't really affect my skin whatsoever. Overall, I love this brand, the Skin 1004 brand. I've tried so many of their products and I'm yet to find a product that I don't fall head over heels in love with. Especially in the nighttime, I love using hydrating toner pads because I like to put them on, then go about, throw my clothes in the dryer, go into the kitchen, look at cooking, give my pets food, etc. So it's kind of like a mini sheet mask session. The two toner pads that I've been using very regularly are these. This one is the Benton Guava 70 Skin Toner Face Mask. This is huge. You see the diameter of that box? It's as big as the top of this. It covers both my cheek and it's very juicy. There's a lot of product in each of these toner pads. I put them on and it's just so calming, especially after coming out of a steaming hot shower. When you put one of these toner pads, it's just so calming on my skin. On the days where I don't want to use such a big toner pad, because I do like to leave this on for at least 20 minutes, I go in with the Torridon Dive-In Multi-Pad. You would have seen this again all over social media. This is a thinner toner pad. Even the pad itself is much thinner than the Benton one. The Benton one just feels like an actual sheet mask cut up into circles, as the Torridon one feels very thin. And it is just the size of my palm. It's smaller than the size of my palm, so it goes onto my cheeks, my forehead, and I leave this on maybe 5 to 7 minutes. The key to any of these toner pads is to not let it dry out on your skin. You need to let it sit for some time and remove it while it's already a little wet. I also like to go over my knees or my elbows or my feet with whatever is left over if I feel like I'm wasting any. I overall love both these toner pads, but my absolute favorite, which I ended up using earlier this year, is the Carrot Keratin toner pads. This specific one, it was so hydrating and calming and gentle. Imagine my skin was on fire, and the moment I put the toner pad on, it was exactly like that, especially after finishing my laser hair removal sessions, because boy, that was so hurtful, some of the sessions. But then just putting on the toner pad really helped. And it also has really good ingredients, so it's not like it's really affecting my skin when it's at its most vulnerable, sensitive state. So if I had to recommend one toner pad out of everything that I've tried, please try the Keratin toner pads. They're also huge and they come in like 100 or 150 pack. The dabba itself has a lot and they last forever. I used it from August 2024 to April 2025 and I used it religiously every single night. I am 30, so obviously I'm on tretinoin. But on the nights that I'm not using tretinoin, I like to go in with Paula's Choice. I think Paula's Choice finally launched in India. But I have been using Paula's Choice for 2.5 years, almost coming on 3. This is a holy grail product. This is bottle number 4, I think. Me and my husband both use this religiously. I love this product. I know people either hate this or love this, but I love this, and there's a certain way you need to use it. If you don't use it the right way, it will cause breakout. Please do not start using this every single day. I know it says it's for every day, 2 times. Do not follow the instructions on this. Start with once a week or 2 times a week. Only do it in the PM routine. Do not use it with any other actives. It will be too much on your skin. This is a great the chestnut toner is kind of the same as the Paula's Choice BHA toner. I have both. I like to alternate depending on what I'm feeling. This one's a little sticky as it dries down, but then I always go in with this as the first step and then follow it up with toner pads, toner, any of that sort, because I want this on my skin first thing, and for it to do its exfoliation if I have any texture, dead cell, blackheads, any of those things. I will not harp on it too much, but I pretty much use the same 3 toners in the same order when I'm doing my nighttime routine as well. That's what I love about these 3 toners, okay? They're for daytime and they're great for nighttime, irrespective of whether you're using tret or not, or any other form of retinol. I love these toners because they work across board. You don't need hundreds of toners. Just one of the Beekman milkshake, a thin, lightweight toner and a milky toner does the job. I also use this for makeup prep, so it's basically multi-use, which is why I've been able to use up so much of this product. Again, I use the same moisturizer, no surprise. I basically just use whatever moisturizer I have on hand. It's not like I'm really that picky. I haven't found one moisturizer that has been my go-to. There are 2 Indian brands that I have bought multiple tubes of, but now I don't have access to it because I don't live in India. The Hyphen Barrier Repair Cream for dry skin and the Dot and Key Barrier Repair Cream. They are so affordable, but they do such a great job. Both of these are also amazing under makeup, under for skin, for every day, for dry skin, for normal skin. I love it and I have no complaints. I'm sad that I cannot get my hands on it as easily. That sucks. Now the next product I'm going to talk about, you would have seen all over social media. It's very expensive. I don't know if I recommend it enough, but it's in my collection. Like I basically, and I use it. I don't use it every day. I wish I did. But do like it on the days that I use it, especially on tretinoin nights and when I was using Cab Trio earlier this year and last year. This is the Medicube Age Booster Pro and it comes with the 4 modes. This is the one that you use for fine lines, for wrinkles, acne scars, to help with penetration of the product into your skin, etc., etc. There are like tons of benefits for this. I don't know. I don't think this is the same as an LED mask. I think the final outcome, sort of like an LED mask to this, I think is similar. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Overall, I do use this, especially on tret nights, because this really absorbs into my skin very easily, and then I can go over it with tretinoin. I really like it. It's pricey, it's expensive. Do you need it? I don't think so. If you're like, I want to treat myself, I really like the product, get it. But is it like it's worth for me to influence you to go get it? I know people online spoke so much about it, which is why like Haley used it, which is why it went viral to begin with. I don't think it's worth the virality that much. Last 2 things in my skincare routine just depends on my day. If I'm having very skin, it is peeling, which does happen when I use tretinoin, but it's not like painful. I just see like little coming off, especially around my nose and in the crevices here, and like some on my cheek. It does happen. So on those nights, I always like to go in with the Good Light Alphabet Oil. This is great for nails, cuticle, on your face especially. It's very this is something I got earlier this year and I am thoroughly enjoying it. But the plum sea buckthorn oil, I have had maybe bottles of that. If you cannot get your hands on Good Light, the plum one is really good. Luck getting your hands on that because it's always out of stock, which tells me that the product is well loved. I absolutely love that. If I honestly had to pick between the plum and the Good Light one, I would pick the plum one. If I'm putting any kind of oil, I don't do it on tretinoin nights, especially because the oil and the cream doesn't really mix well together. So I like to put the oil as a last step in my routine. I also don't like to use my Medicube Age Booster Pro with the oil on top because I just feel like it doesn't help. The oil doesn't mix with the Medicube device, and it just doesn't help with the penetration. So I like to do all of it and then use oil in the end to finish off my PM skincare routine. Now the last step that I've been using since July, sometime like in the second half of this year, is tretinoin. I'm 30. Started off by using 0.025%, and it really did not have any negative effects on my skin. I didn't have any bad reactions from tretinoin. And then she bumped me up to 0.05% of tretinoin. So yeah, I use this as a pea-sized amount in my routine. Again, caution, this is not medical advice, this is not professional advice. I was told this by my dermat to use a tretinoin because I asked for tretinoin, gave me like this whole rundown and like educational stuff regarding hormonal acne, spironolactone, Captrio, all of those things. And then we had a discussion, and then we decided next steps as solutions that I used, and same goes with tretinoin. So don't just blindly follow any influencer on Instagram or like any of my videos. Do your research, talk to your doctor, especially for things that prescription, because I know in India I think you can buy tretinoin over the counter. Don't recommend. Please go to a dermat, because if you don't use it the right way, if you are not doing it under proper guidance, it can really ruin your skin and could do irreversible damage. So be very cautious when you put yourself on any of these topicals. If you didn't take away anything from my video, please let it be the fact that have medical guidance when you're using topicals or any medication, irrespective whether it's your skin, body, hair, whatever. Don't just follow stuff and trends blindly on the internet, because I have seen far too many creators just preach and talk about all the medical stuff and drugs and pills available OTC, especially in India. So please don't do that. Please make informed decision. Just don't follow somebody blind. Good timing, the sun is going to set. I really wanted to film this whole thing under natural light, and I think I did. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want some behind the scenes, if you want some random stories, if you think you're missing out, please go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. If you have access to it, I always put them in the description box below. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future Friday uploads. I might upload random video here and there like a bonus, so you do not want to be missing out. Make sure the notification bell is on. If you watched the video so far, thank you so much. I really hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.